unforgettable. That's what.
Well, it's a muggy, warm Friday morning over here in Alton. I'm with Esther de Betancourt, and she's got some beautiful, beautiful flowers on her deck. And then there's some flowers over here. She's going to have a seat. Flowers that I guess she got from the church on Mother's Day.
Yes, I went to the drive up and they gave me a beautiful geranium.
Awesome.
Which I'm trying to keep alive.
So what have you been up to, Esther?
Well, I walk all over the place here. There's lots of hills and things, and I walk down to the lake with friends. And I have some friends that live down there, and they made a chicken coop, and they're going to have eggs in August. And they have 2 little kids, and they have a shop called the Catch Penny in Alton Monument Square, and it's so good. It has all kinds of refurbished things and beautiful things they make and cards, and it's just a really lovely shop. So I try to go over there as much as I can. So
you live off of Riley Road. Is this development, is there a name to it?
We used to have a name to it, but it was an association at the beginning, and several years back it was disbanded.
Okay.
They used to have all the mailboxes in front of the yard right there. Everything in the world stops right here. I have like a little window of the world. Everybody comes and stops there to do everything.
And I know the Hoppers live close
right
nearby. Yep, neighbors.
Yes.
And then I don't know if you remember Tom and Beth DeMayo.
Yes.
They used to live here.
Yes, way up there.
Yep.
And of course Kathy is a author of the Lake, what's the name of
the Laker?
Yes, the Laker, and other publications. And she's a writer and an artist, and I just feel privileged to live next to someone so talented.
Yeah, she's very talented. We're going to meet with Rick and Kathy and Sue Allen tomorrow to talk about, you know, what might happen with the summer fair and things like that.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yep.
Because I know they're a big part of that.
They're the fair coordinators this summer, and they have coordinated the winter fair and the Christmas fair and the summer fair in years past.
Yes.
So we haven't been in church since about the end of March.
Yes.
And what have you been reading?
Well, of course, we read this book with the book group, and we midstream in this one. And the interesting thing about this book is one of my friends had a friend who was just getting to know a woman, and the woman was concerned that he was of a different faith. And I think this book, he recommended this book to help get her through that. Awesome. So that would be good.
Yeah, that's Holy Envy by Barbara Brown Taylor. A very good book. Her appreciation of various religious traditions outside of Christianity.
And the classic. And of course, I love the Bible. I was raised on that. And this is the book that a friend of mine, Gary Sheminsky, has been trying to teach me how to play chess.
Ah.
He even got me a copy, so
very good.
So I didn't have to keep borrowing it from the Alton Library.
Yeah, I keep checking out Chess for Dummies, but I can't figure it out.
I've been having a wonderful time reading, and one of the books that we had our book discussion group, and remember it was 10:30 on Thursdays. We used to be at the church, and maybe one time sometime soon in the fall, whatever, we can restart that group. I love that. And so one of the books that we were reading there is my favorite book. It's Resilient. Yes. And the author's gone out of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember the author either, but it was a good book.
But I really love that. It's a really how to live kind of book. And as you can see, I have a nice shady place here. And
yes.
My husband Jim and I came here in 1987.
So how did you pick this area to move to?
I read in Money magazine many years ago that Nashua, New Hampshire was the best place to live in the country. Huh. And so I thought, well, let's try that. And so we came up for an adventure. And
you came up from where?
From Maryland.
Okay. Where in Maryland?
From Laurel, Maryland. I used to live in a town between Baltimore and Washington. And
yep, we had friends in Laurel.
It's a wonderful place, and I really miss that too. And when my daughter was 16, we came up here. And she had to do a lot of readjustments, yes. And that was a difficult thing for her. And I miss my daughter, and I miss my grandson Peter, and hope to get to see them sometime future. And we got to start the lawnmower course. So I've just been walking a lot and reading a lot, and recently I got to go miniature golfing because they opened that up. Oh. And they're opening up.
Where did you go?
I went to the one in Alton Bay.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to try the other ones too. Yep. And a friend of mine, Gary Sheminsky, he has come and helped me do the yard work, and And the youth usually comes a couple times a year and helps me rake and to stack wood, and I'm looking forward to that hopefully in the future. But in the meantime, Gary's been very helpful, and we've had fun. And I love my neighbors. They're all so wonderful. They've shopped for me, and when in the beginning when we were all so scared, and I'm doing my best to not be too anxious about it. And I know my friend Jane would love calls or letters or cards, and she still hasn't done the social distancing with meeting friends yet, but I'm hoping she'll do that soon. And I know you and I have a plan to do that too. And I would love seeing Cindy's the beautiful planters. I love the pink and the blue the best.
Yep.
I love it because you don't have to bend, and I love that. And one time my husband Jim made a great garden for us out there behind you, and it was huge. And all I asked for him for was to do the kind you can not have to bend.
Yep.
Just a few of those little things. And when I came home, the yard was all dug up with a huge thing of soil. He planted a huge garden in the back. And all I wanted was to be able to bend over and not have to bend over and do the gardening. So, but I've had a wonderful time. And it's been interesting because I thought it was going to be very lonely and that kind of thing, but it turned out to be so many nice people who have reached out, and I text and call, and as you know, I email, and you've been very sweet to answer just about every email I've ever sent you, and I appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
And I love our church. We started coming to this church in '87.
So how did you discover the Gilford Community Church?
Well, we just drove around and everything, of course, and it was the main church in Gilford, and we just thought it was lovely and fun. Reverend Rickson was there, and his lovely wife Georgie, and we enjoyed that for many years, and we were all delighted when you came to join us. We've appreciated your interesting sermons, and I think you're so popular because you have between maybe 7 and 11 minutes is your sermon, and we all love that. You can go to any service just about at our Gilford Community Church, and you can be out in an hour. That's what I love about it the most, the 1 hour church. I know a lot of people like to go for a couple hours, but maybe we get to resume church and resume all the beautiful music that I just absolutely love, and the fellowship. And I don't think, it's so funny, I don't think I've ever been so nervous as to, I haven't been interviewed maybe ever.
Oh, you're doing fine.
But there's lots of wonderful things, and my friends Amy and Jake and Ada and Gabe, we do a lot of walking around here, and they are just the most adorable family, and they work so hard, and all my neighbors that I've known for a long time, and I just can't get over how kind and sweet people are, and how we got to be close, because maybe not just because of this COVID-19, but walking even more than usual and stopping to talk to people at a safe distance. So I've been coping, and I think very well, and I'm hoping with all my heart that everyone gets well. On Wednesdays, I do that prayer for everyone that is on the front lines and has worked so hard and lost people, and I think about that, and
Oh, that's great.
there are people that I pray for, like my friend Arthur. I pray for him several times a day because I know he's had a challenging life and continues to have a challenging life, and I pray for you and Cindy because I know you've lived through the death of a son, and you three people have, it's really, really hard, I think of you three, and then I can charge on. So I appreciate that.
Well, that's good. You're putting to practice the resilient spirit.
I do love my books, that's for sure. And so I'm looking forward to, I went to the Alacoya Bar and Grill down the road. We went to the hamburger day they have. It used to be $5, and now it's up to, I think, $9.
Yeah, prices have kind of jumped a little bit.
But I loved, for a while, gasoline was so cheap. I really, and it's not so bad right now, and I've enjoyed doing that. My car hasn't gone very many places, but of late it has. I went up north and did some. I did some photography a little bit for a fishing trip like thing.
Oh.
It was fly fishing, and I don't know how to fly fish or anything, but I really enjoyed watching the casting and the catch and release that they do. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm hoping to do more things, and I'm hoping that the church gets to open up when it's due time.
Awesome.
I'm just so hoping.
Well, I appreciate you letting me come on over, and I hope you have a great day, and I do look forward to seeing you back at 19 Potter Hill Road on a Thursday morning, finishing the book that we started last year.
That's right, our Holy Envy.
Yep. Thanks so much, Esther.
Thank you.
Michael.